Hello, DFC, and welcome to the February 3rd edition of OSSLT Prep. This is week 2 of our journey. The test will be on April 8th, but we're doing preparation now, so you only have a little bit of work, about 40 minutes of work per week until the test. And today we're doing 2 tasks: reading a dialogue and reading an information paragraph. But first, I do want you to watch this video lesson, and I'll post a link to it right here. To access these readings, you just click on the link, boop, and boop. So there's 2 boops. Oh, I got an email. All right, the first reading is this one. So it's just 1 page. I just want you to read this reading and answer the 5 multiple choice questions. Actually, it's only 4. 4 multiple choice questions, and the answers are on slides 6 and 7. So I know there's a lot of slides this week, but a lot of it is just reading very quickly. So here are the multiple choice questions. It wants you to predict what you think happened before the story when Ben recites a list in paragraph 3, and paragraph 3 is numbered right here. So this is paragraph 3 right here. Boop. Question 3, what are the main purpose of the italics in paragraph 5 and 10? So right here, this is in paragraph 5. Italics are just these slanted words. Ooh, I'll make it bigger. So in the cold is italicized. And then right here, 1 plate of fries. So what are the purpose of those slanted words? Typically, they're used to place emphasis on and strain on certain words. So it'll be pronounced as you waited 20 minutes in the cold to order 1 plate of fries. So that's how italics are used in literature. Then finally, tell me who is speaking in paragraph 7. Even though it says paragraph 7, it's simply just 1 line. So tell me who's speaking there. Answers are on 6 and 7. And this is review from last week on how to write a short answer question. So you'll have 4 lines to write a short answer question, which should be enough to do 3 to 4 sentences, 4 sentences max. And I suggest answering the question in the following way. Your first sentence, you want to provide an opinion. Second sentence, you want to prove by offering support and evidence. And then third, you want to explain. Explain how your proof is related to your opinion. So this is an example from last week that I just copy and pasted into this week. Give you a very simple question. If you could visit any place in the world, where would you want to go? So rather than just saying, I would like to go to Japan, here is a more complete, more comprehensive, and persuasive answer. So I've color-coded it for answer, prove, and explain. You don't need to color-code it when you write. But let's go into an example right here. Explain why the final sentence is an effective conclusion to the selection. Use relevant and specific information from the selection to support your answer. Your answer should ideally be 3 to 4 sentences long. So we're talking about this sentence here. They're my younger brother and sister, Ben explained, rolling his eyes in exasperation. Exasperation just means frustration. So if you haven't read the article yet, this won't make sense, but I have read the article. So please read the article first before answering this. And you can just type your answer here. The last sentence is an effective conclusion because it identifies the relationship between Ben, Dana, and Ali. So that is my answer right there. That's green. I'm even going to label that answer. Now I'll do the first question for you, but I do want you to tackle the two other short answers on your own. Next is prove. The reader assumes Now I want to use some specific details and quotes from the story. So, for example, they just order one plate of fries despite waiting outside in the cold. Insisting that they be Ben's tables. So that's my proof. So those are details taken from the story. Now my explanation is, I want to explain how this proof is related to the opinion. And my explanation is going to be in red. Considering that all three people are related, the final sentence explains why Dana and Ali were willing to wait to be served by Ben. Wait for their fries to be served by Ben. Okay. So we have our answer, our proof, and explanation. We're just a little over 4 lines, but that's okay if you're a little over. But it's 3 sentences. So let's look at some not so good explanations. This is called a code 10. This is your lowest scoring answer besides a blank one. A blank one is 0. This will get you 10 points. I'm not going to read it just because it's already there in the text. This is a medium scoring answer called the code 20, where it provides some proof, but no explanation to connect the proof and the opinion. Finally, let's look at the highest scoring or a 30-point answer called the code 30. The final sentence in this selection is effective because it clears up all the confusion. There are parts in the story where people talk to each other in a rude manner, like when Ben says, "That's it. You waited 20 minutes in the cold to order one plate of fries." So this is their answer. This is their proof. And this is their explanation. Normally a waiter would know he would get in trouble for this, but because they're all related, it makes the situation more ethical. So while our answer right here isn't the same, it's organized in the same way so that they would both get 30 points, 30 out of 30. So I've given you guys another short answer question I want you to answer on your own, but it's explain whether or not Ben is a good waiter. Use specific details and examples from the selection to support your answer. Your answer should ideally be 3 to 4 sentences length. So answer it in a similar fashion to this question, and you'll have no problem. And if you want to see other answers, here's a code 10 right here. So here's the answer right here, and the explanation for why it got a code 10. Though you don't want this. Code 20 is better, but you still won't want this. Remember, you need a 75% or higher to pass. And here's what a perfect scoring answer will look like. Ben is a good waiter because when the author reveals that they're all siblings, Ben knew before and still used a polite manner when they complain about the service. In paragraph 6, Ben apologizes that they had to wait when the siblings usually just go on without saying sorry. So they only did 2 sentences, but they did provide proof, saying in paragraph 6, Ben apologizes that they had to wait. And there is some explanation, but it's actually in the first sentence. The explanation is right here. So, but for simplicity's sake, stick to 3 sentences: answer, proof, explain. That's just the easiest to remember and to follow along with. All right, so that's task 2. Task 3 is on slides 19 and 20. There are 6 multiple choice questions and then a short answer. So multiple choice questions are here. And the reading, you can always click on the link right there. It'll pop up. Or the reading is located right here. But the reading looks like this. Ooh, doesn't look like that. It looks like this. Okay, no worries. I just messed up a link. It looks like this. So you have 1-page reading about the Canadian Museum of Civilization. So there are 6 short answer or multiple choice questions. And I want you to choose the most correct answer. The answers can be found on slides 21 and 22. And then your short answer question associated with this is summarize the selection. Include a main idea and 1 detail that supports it. Your answer should ideally be 3 to 4 sentences in length. So once again, these are just some scores you could get. If you leave it blank or ineligible, meaning it can't be read, or if you're off topic, you get a 0. Then you can also get a code 10, code 20, still not good. Code 30 is what you want. And I've given you examples of some code 10, 20, and 30 responses. Code 30 is what I want you guys to try to copy and follow along with. They said this Canadian Museum of Civilization's 150th birthday was celebrated in 2006 for its preservation and presentation of Canadian heritage. It is one of the most visited museums in the world. Nearly 1.4 million people visit a year. So that's their proof right there. Their answer is that first sentence. Proof is sentence 2 and 3. And they have a 4th sentence. It has one of the most visited websites. Each year, 10 million people visit the site. So, but if you stick with answer, prove, explain, you'll have no problem answering this question to summarize. The main idea is just, what is the purpose of this article? What are they trying to tell me in this article? And usually you can find the main idea in the first sentence. And then all the details that follow are just about why it's being celebrated as an important figure in Canadian heritage. And you'll learn that by reading the rest of the article. But your first sentence is basically your main idea, and everything else that follows are your supporting details. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, I do want to mention that the schedule is right here. So I'll be online at 11:35 to 12:20 Eastern in the Google Meet. The Google Meet can be found right here. So you just click on that link. You'll see me. Hi. And you can ask questions during that time. However, outside of that time, I won't be online just because you'll have other classes to go to and attend. All right, so if you follow this schedule, you'll have no problem seeing me online, and I'll help you out in whatever way that I can. All right, everyone, that's it for today. So have a great day, and I hope to see you online. Bye.